No.
Okay.
Okay.
Morning, this is cause number 2020-26411 in the interest of Avery Joseph. All parties in that matter, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Ms. Joseph, will you unmute yourself? You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. And please state your name and your relationship to the child.
You Bertha Joseph, the mother.
And for the state?
Good morning, Your Honor. Angela Jeffries.
All right. And Ms. Badu, please identify yourself, who you work for.
Natasha Bidu, Child Support Officer with the Attorney General's Office.
All right. The court will note that the non-custodial parent is Andre Burrell. It appears that Mr. Burrell was served personally on September 19th, 2020. At 14807 Woodland Hills Drive, apartment 6303 in Humble, Harris County, Texas. He did not file an answer, is that correct?
He did not, Your Honor.
He was given further notice of this Zoom hearing by certified mail, which was delivered on October 24th, 2020. He has not checked in. Is that correct, Ms. Jeffers?
That is correct, Your Honor. He's not checked in.
All right, we'll proceed by default.
Thank you. May I call my first witness, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
The state calls who Bertha Ann Joseph. Ms. Joseph, you're the mother of Avery Yossi Joseph. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And how old is Avery?
He's 1.
Okay. And who are you alleging is the father of Avery Yoshi Joseph?
Andre Burrell.
Okay. Were you intimate with anyone else around the time that Avery was conceived?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone else who can be the father of Avery?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever held out that anyone other than Mr. Burrell is the father of Avery?
No, ma'am.
You ever been married since Avery was conceived?
Never been married.
Okay. As far as the day-to-day decision making, who makes the decisions regarding Avery?
Me and my mother.
Okay. If he needed to be picked up or dropped off at school, who would make that decision?
Me and my mother.
Okay. If he needed to go to a doctor's visit, who would take him?
If I can't, because I'm at work, my mother does.
Okay. Has Mr. Burrell reached out and tried to co-parent with you regarding Avery?
No, ma'am.
You reached out to Mr. Burrell and tried to co-parent with him.
No, ma'am.
Do you think that you can co-parent with him and make decisions regarding Avery?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, I think it would take some time, but yes, ma'am.
But as of right now, you make all the decisions, correct?
Correct.
And have you talked to Mr. Burrell since Avery was born?
No, ma'am.
All right, so are you asking this court to appoint you actually as the sole managing conservator of this child?
I am.
Right. Um, you currently reside in Harris County, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that once this order is signed, that you will be geographically restricted to live in Harris County or contiguous county until further orders of the court.
Yes, ma'am.
And as far as you know, does Mr. Burrell live in Harris County?
As far as I know of, he does.
As far as visitation, has Mr. Burrell ever visited with Avery?
He's never visited him.
Okay, and you mentioned that Avery is how old?
He's one.
Okay, so as far as visitation, what type of visitation are you comfortable with?
Um, like a supervised visitation.
Okay. And so in this order, you understand that we're starting off with some supervised visits, and then we're kind of doing what we call a phase-in visitation. Are you okay with that visitation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're asking that it not occur at your house, that it occur at Greens Point Mall?
Correct.
Right. And once this modified visitation schedule is done, you understand that it will go into a standard possession order, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that Mr. Burrell will have a read overnight on the first, third, and fifth weekends.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know if Mr. Avery has any insurance available for Avery? Ms. Joseph,
I'm sorry?
do you know if Mr. Burrell has insurance for Avery, any private health insurance for him?
Not that I know of.
Do you have any private health insurance available for Avery?
No, ma'am.
Are you asking the court to set a cash medical in this case of $28 beginning January 1st of 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
And since you haven't spoken to Ms. Burrell, do you have any personal knowledge if he has a job at this time?
Not that I know of.
Your Honor, just let the record reflect that this current child support is based on a minimum wage presumption.
All right.
Next thing is, do you have any personal knowledge if Mr. Burrell has any other children under 18? Ms. Joseph, do you have any personal
Ma'am.
knowledge? Do you have any personal knowledge if Mr. Burrell has any other children under 18, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. He has 3.
Okay. So you understand that we're going to give him credit for those 3 children.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Does Mr. Burrell currently know where you reside at?
No, ma'am.
Do you believe him having your address will cause you harm or harassment?
Yes, ma'am.
And why do you believe that if he had your address, he would harm or harass you?
Just because of our last conversation in 2018, he threats as far as taking my son and everything like that. So I don't trust him knowing where I live.
Okay, so you're asking the court to not disclose your address in this order, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that the child support in this case will be based on minimum wage. And so are you asking this court to set child support at $164 beginning January 1st of 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Since Avery was born, has Mr. Burrell given you any money for him?
No, ma'am.
Has he had Avery for an extended period of possession?
He's never seen Avery.
Okay. Are you asking this court to order retroactive child support in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And are you asking this court to approve this order?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe this order to be in the best interest of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Court costs are assessed in this case. Who are you asking the court to bill those costs to?
Andre Burrell.
I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor.
Ma'am, is the exchange going to take place at Greenspoint Mall
Yes,
when
sir.
he visits? All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Call your next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Natasha Bidu. Ms. Bidu, where are you employed?
The Office of the Attorney General Child Support Division.
And what is your position there?
I'm a child support officer.
And what is the nature and responsibilities at the Office of the Attorney General as a child support officer?
One of my responsibilities as a child support officer is to investigate and report the wages of respondents in child support cases.
Okay. Have you received special training to calculate child support and retroactive child support, ma'am?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And have you calculated retroactive child support in this case?
Yes.
For the year of 2019, for the first 10 months, what did you calculate Mr. Burrell's gross wages to be?
For 2019, January through September, gross monthly is $2,116.33.
And for the last portion of 2019, what did you calculate his wages to be?
October through December 2019, monthly $1,889.33.
Okay. And what did you find for the year of 2020? Did you find a source of employment for 2020?
2020 calculations is based on unemployment.
Okay, and so what did you calculate in total the retroactive judgment should be based on 2019 and 2020?
The total retroactive judgment should be $5,564.
And what did you calculate to be the payout or the I'm sorry, not the PP2, the payout monthly on that judgment?
$78 per month.
I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Joseph, do you have any questions for Ms. Bidu?
No, sir.
All right, the court will approve the default order establishing the parent-child relationship as submitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we excuse?
Yes.
Ms. Joseph, you can log off. If you have questions, just log back in that other Zoom for me, okay?
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Parker, you're muted.
Sorry, I got this fancy headphone like you, Judge, and I forget that I'm on mute.
All right, and it looks like
He's connecting to audio.
okay, it looks like Ms. Wilson is frozen. Ms. Wilson, are you there?
He's still connecting to audio, Your Honor.
Okay. There was no further notice given him other than this is just a no answer default.
No, I sent you the I sent Maria to the printer, the CMRR and the tracking information.
I don't have the huh? No, she said she sent. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not a no end. You also gave further notice by certified mail,
Yes.
Ms. Parker?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I gave a certified mail notice
Let
as
me go
well.
check the printer, but that's all that came out.
I can't hear you. Hello?
Hello? Your Honor, can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, she's gonna check to see if we
Check
can
the
get
printer.
yeah. Do we need Miss Wilson to
Yeah,
boot
Miss
or
Wilson.
whatever?
Miss Wilson, you might have to hang up and call back in because you're still not connecting to your audio.
Do you think she can hear you?
I mean, when you're not connected to audio, you can hear other people, but you can't say anything back. Possibly, I don't know, Your Honor.
I'd like to be able to do that with some people.
Wouldn't we all? I'm gonna message her because maybe she can see that.
Okay, I got the certified mail. Maybe those Darth Vader glasses are set up a shield.
I sent her a message, so maybe she can see that.
Yeah.
Maybe I might have to try and call her, Your Honor, just to see if I can. Hold on, Your Honor. I'm gonna try to call her.
Okay. There she is. Maybe. I can. Okay. You need to unmute yourself, Miss
Yeah,
Parker.
she's okay. Your audio's on now, Crystal. Crystal, your audio's on, so we're all set. Your
You need to unmute yourself,
Miss
Miss
Wilson.
Wilson. Okay.
Yes, I'm unmuted.
All righty. This is cause number 2020-32770 in the interest of Leslie and Traden Thomas. Ma'am, please raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes,
All right. Please state your name and your relationship to the children.
LaCrystala Wilson, and I'm their mom.
And for the state,
Sade Parker, Your Honor.
court will note that the non-custodial parent is Tyrone Jerome Thomas. Mr. Thomas was served on September 28, 2020 at 12:55 p.m. at 12919 Deer Cove Lane in Houston, Harris County, Texas. It appears that he's not filed an answer. He was given further notice of this Zoom hearing by certified mail, return receipt requested, which was delivered October 24th, 2020. And he is not checked in. Is that correct, Ms. Parker?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would like to call Miss Wilson.
All right.
Miss Wilson, can you state your name, please?
LaCrystala Wilson.
And you are the mother of Leslie Ann and Traden Thomas, correct?
Correct.
And what are their dates of birth?
Leslie birthday is July the 21st of 2014, and Traden birthday is January the 10th of 2016.
And who was their father?
Tyrone Thomas.
Are you currently married?
No, I'm not married.
Were you married at the time the children were conceived?
No,
And how do you know that Tyrone Jerome Thomas is the father of your children?
because he was the only person that I was sleeping with at the time.
Is there any possibility that anyone else could be the father of your children?
No,
And are you asking the court to establish a parent-child relationship between Leslie Ann Terry Thomas, Traden Tyrone Thomas, and Tyrone Jerome Thomas?
yes, I am.
And how old are your children?
Leslie is 6, and Traden is 4. He'll be 5 next month.
And when's the last time they saw Tyrone?
A couple of weeks prior to Thanksgiving.
And you and Tyrone have never lived together, correct?
No,
And in the period of the last 4 years, has he provided you any financial support for your children?
He's actually provided the daycare with about $2,500.
And you are giving him credit for that $2,500 he provided the daycare, correct?
Yes.
And are you asking the court that you and Tyrone be appointed joint managing conservators of the children?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
You feel like this will benefit the physical, psychological, and emotional needs of the children if he were to be appointed a joint managing conservator?
Yes, ma'am.
And you believe this is in the best interest of your children, correct?
That's correct.
And are you asking this court to designate you as the managing conservator with the exclusive right to designate the primary residence of the children within Harris and contiguous counties?
Yes.
And are you also requesting a standard possession order for Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
How are your children, is private health insurance or dental insurance available to you at a reasonable cost?
No, ma'am.
Are you aware if private dental or health insurance is available to Mr. Thomas at a reasonable cost?
No, I don't think so.
And how are your children currently covered for health and dental insurance?
They receive Medicaid from the state.
And are you asking this court to order cash medical support in the amount of $75 to begin on January 1st, 2021?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And to your knowledge, is Mr. Thomas working?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay, and
No.
he's not, okay, no, he's not working. And do you know if he's worked at all in the past 4 years?
I don't think so. I'm not for sure though.
Okay. And are you asking that his child support be set based on the minimum wage presumption at the amount of $266 per month to begin on January 1st, 2021?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Ma'am, you don't think he's worked in the last 4 years?
I don't believe so.
But he paid $2,500 for the daycare. Do you know where he
Mm-hmm.
possibly, where he could have gotten that money?
Probably his mom or sister.
Okay. Is he disabled?
No.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Ms. Parker.
No problem. And furthermore, are you requesting retroactive child support in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're requesting that retroactive child support be set based on the minimum wage presumption of $285 per month for the past 49 months, correct?
Yes.
And that would amount to $13,965, correct?
Correct.
But you are giving him credit for $2,500, correct?
Correct.
Making the retroactive amount that you're requesting the court confirm today be the amount of $11,465, correct?
Correct.
You're asking for that to be paid back at $107.33 per month, beginning on January 1st, 2021, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Are you requesting that Mr. Thomas cover 50% of all uncovered medical expenses for the children?
Correct.
And are you requesting that he pay all court costs due and owing on or before March 3rd, 2021?
Correct.
Are you asking the court to confirm this default judgment?
Correct.
And you believe this is in the best interest of your children, correct?
Correct.
Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness.
All right, the court will approve the default order establishing the parent-child relationship as submitted. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Wilson, you're free to go since you've signed everything. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
talk to Andrea.
Okay.
And then we'll try to get that started.